we asked you to send in what items are on your to-do list, and our inbox filled up fast. You women are busy out there. You got big lists out there.
Long list. The to-do list, of course, a very common way to manage time and track tasks. But what if we told you to toss it? Therapist Julie Hanks, and owner and director of Wasatch Family Therapy, is here with tips on how to transform your to-do list from a source of stress to a resource for success. This is a big deal for women out there. That to-do list is very binding.
It is. And so many women that I work with have this list that's never ending, and they never get everything done, and so they feel like I'm a total failure as a mother, as a wife, as a woman. And that is not the case. So we're going to fix that today.
Can I ask you a quick question before we start? Is there a difference in men and women? My wife and I are very different, and she's more task-oriented. I'm not as much so. Is it because it's a men-women thing, or is it just personalities?
No, it's because your woman has all of the things on the list, so you don't have to take care of it.
Okay, good. She's doing it all for me.
She's writing it all down. But all joking aside, you said this to-do list can really be almost harmful for women sometimes because it does weigh you down so much.
Yes, and so often we base our value on how much we accomplish in a day. And there are some days where we can't get a lot done, or we do things that aren't on the to-do list, but we don't give ourselves credit because there's nothing to check off. So we're kind of bound by those. I only feel good if I can check off my to-do list. And I don't know about you, but most days I don't check everything.
Very few checks, but a lot of tasks still left at the end of the day. Okay, so we toss the to-do list, and you say to try a ta-da list instead.
Yeah, ta-da, right? What about listing at the end of the day all of the things that you accomplished? And think about that. How would that feel differently than at the end of the day looking at your to-do list and, you know, just a few little check marks? You'd feel a lot better about yourself. So a to-da list, I think, is a really a helpful shift to feel better and really recognize how much you do in a day.
Okay, what kind of things am I putting on my to-da list? Anything?
Anything, yeah. I have 3 or 4 questions that you can ask yourself to get started. The first one is, what did I do today that no one will notice unless it doesn't get done?
Like the laundry, like the dishes, like cooking dinner.
So many things that women do are autopilot. My oldest son, where's that paper I left on the desk? I'm like, I don't know. I'm sure I picked it up and put it in a drawer somewhere. You know, it's like, we do so many things automatically that we don't even notice, and no one else notices. An example of this is we've had this Christmas tradition of we buy our kids pajamas, kind of coordinating pajamas. They open them on Christmas Eve. Well, I thought, oh, my older kids are getting older. They don't care. My little kids don't care. I'm not going to do it. Oh my goodness. Where are our pajamas? And I didn't know that anybody even cared, and I spent all this time, you know, shopping for that. And when I stopped doing it, well, we love that. Okay, so sometimes it's nice to actually stop doing those things so people acknowledge that you actually do them.
Because you realize you're noticed and appreciated.
Exactly. So some other questions are, what did I do today to provide physical and emotional support to someone else? So maybe you're going for a walk and you stop and chat with an elderly neighbor, or you call a friend who's going through a difficult time. A lot of times the relational things are never on the to-do list, but those are really the most important things that we do in a day. They're not tasks, but they're things that we do to stay connected. So that's really important. The next is, what did I do to make life better for myself or someone that I love? So all of those little things, I did grocery shopping, I vacuumed, I set the table, I put up, you know, fall decorations, all those little things that we just kind of think, oh, we just do it, and we don't really notice or acknowledge.
See, those things wouldn't be on your to-do list, but they can be on your to-da list at the end of the day to kind of self-reward. I love the final question as well. What did I do today to take care of myself?
Yeah, a lot of times we don't acknowledge that those things are important. I took a shower. Some days that's like a big deal.
That's 2 checks.
My little one, where are you going today, Mom? Like, I was actually curling my hair. So those things that we do to take care of ourselves, exercising, sometimes, you know, we need to put those on our to-do list. I did this today. I took care of myself. And that's something that we can feel really good about.
You say the to-do list. I mean, the to-do list we're getting rid of. We also could do a to-be list or a to-be goal. What do we find there? Yeah,
so instead of having a never-ending list, what about picking one thing you want to focus on, one quality or personal characteristic? And on the web article that'll be posted later, I have a list of alphabetized qualities, and you can pick one a day to focus on. So I want to be more attentive today, and that's it. And you just focus on that, and you don't worry about the task. So take a break from your to-do list and figure out who you want to be and have a to-be goal for that day. And just one thing. Limit it to one thing. Because I know the women out there like, okay, I'm going to do all 25.
I'm going to be A to F today. And
Right. And just work on that one thing for that one day.
But it's such a great concept because it gets away from what you're doing and becomes what you are, what you're becoming.
Yeah.
It's a deeper approach.
And so sometimes we get caught up in the tasks, but as wives and mothers especially, who we are is more important than if we have a clean floor or if we have a home-cooked breakfast, or who we are and our personal qualities matter so much, and sometimes we don't pay attention to that.
Okay, one last tip for us. You say no more than 3 rule. What's the no more than 3 rule?
No more than 3 rule. If you have to have a to-do list, I know some of you are like, oh, but I can't get rid of it.
Some of us are breaking out into highs at the thought of not writing a list.
Sweat.
I don't know.
Oh, I can't. Okay, no more than 3. Pick 3 things that day that are important for you to get done. That's it. 3. And you can actually check them off at the end of the day. But you have this, so take your running to-do list, put it somewhere else. Don't look at it every day. Just put the top 3 things, and that's what you're going to look at and focus on for that day. So you can have the satisfaction, those of you list makers, checking it off and going, okay, I did it. And then add, 3 more the next day. But limit it to 3.
And good tip to make them the most important, the things that you, number 1, can accomplish today, and number 2, that will make a difference if you do get them done on that particular day.
If you only get 2 out of the 20 done, you're going to feel bad. If you get 2 out of those 3 done, you're feeling a good sense of accomplishment there,
And in business, there's a saying, under-promise, over-deliver. You're going to do that for yourself. You're going to under-promise and over-deliver. You may even get extra things done. You'll be like, wow, I've accomplished so much today. Instead of over-promising and under-delivering, you'll be frustrated.
It's a great, I'm soaking it up. Really, this was an aha for me.
This is for you.
I know, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
I'm getting rid of my to-do list. Okay, I never had one to start with. I will tell you, Julie is the owner and director of Wasatch Family Therapy. If you want to learn more about Julie's practice, you can visit wasatchfamilytherapy.com. You're going to stick around, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, coming up, it's the practical application of what Julie was just talking about.
Yeah, we're going to take some of the emails you sent and see what advice Julie has for you and your to-do list. That's still ahead. Stay with us.
A dozen spills, check my email, write a blog, then call my best friend. Help with homework, drive to soccer, make an appointment with the doctor, plan a birthday, feed the dog, piano lessons. Send the friends home, pick the kids up, time for dinner, I'll order pizza. And when tomorrow comes, I'll do this all again.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, we're back with therapist Julie Hanks. It just motivates us to look at our to-do list with new eyes, and in some cases just ditch it all together. And that's something we just saw right there. That was a YouTube clip featuring Julie's friend, musician Hillary Weeks. She sort of summed it all up nicely, didn't she?
I found that. I'm like, I've got to share that. That's perfect.
Too perfect. We posted a link on our blog spotter button on the Studio 5 website if you want to check it out, because it's a 3-minute hilarious song about all the to-dos that we have in our day.
And you do it all the next day all over again.
Okay, tossing the to-do list, really a new concept for me and for a lot of us. We're going to learn together, and we asked Julie to help us sort through some of your emails as examples. So the first one is from Kara. It came with a warning. She said, I don't think this box you provided is going to be big enough. Warning right there. These are the items she lists as most critical, though, Julie. Install the toilet in our master bath, get my 4 boys ready for back to school, complete the deck refinishing job so I can park in the garage again, can or freeze the bucket loads of peaches from our trees, organize the soccer drafts from our town's youth soccer program, find more soccer coaches so we can hold the drafts, and try to squeeze one more fun activity in before school starts. Wow. That's a list.
That makes me cry reading. Like, I feel overwhelmed. It's not even my list.
Wow.
Okay. All right, Kara. It's time to learn how to ask for help. Okay? I'm thinking that you probably have some man in your life, or son or father or someone who could help you with the installing your toilet and the refinishing your deck.
So hand it off.
You know what? Women, somehow we feel like we have to do everything in order so we can be, good wives, mothers, and friends and neighbors. You don't have to do everything. Ask for help. If you have somebody in your neighborhood who installs toilets, do some kind of trade, babysit trade, whatever. Ask for help. You don't have to do it all yourself. The last one, try to squeeze in one more activity before school starts. Let it be. Just Women, let's just let it be. You've had enough fun. You don't have to squeeze anything else in. It's been a great summer. That was on a lot of people's lists.
Just to let it go altogether?
Let it go. Why? Let's stress ourselves out so we can have one more fun thing. What if you just reflect on the fun things that have already happened?
I like it.
Okay, another one here. Mindy had this to say. She wrote and she said, for over a year, I